Columbia Gas would like to address this. Is
Right for the microphone, please.
My name is Lee Brzezinski. I'm a communications manager for Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania. So, and with me is Bill Banning. He's with our operations group, and Scott Waitlovich. He's with our government relations team. We wanted to come here tonight to thank the community, the residents and the businesses for their understanding and patience as we work through our gas outage over the weekend. We appreciate the support we got from the mayor and from the council, from the police, and from the fire department. We were able to mobilize a lot of our resources over the weekend and restore service for 1,700 customers that were affected by the outage. So I'll ask Bill to just give a quick update on the number of customers we restored and where we stand right now with the restoration.
Hi, I'm Bill Bannick. I'm a field operations leader for Columbia Gas. I've been here about 30 years. I've probably been in many of your homes over the years. I was a customer service rep for many years, for about 20 years for Columbia Gas. So I have a great understanding of what happened and what went on. Last Saturday we discovered there was a pressure problem. So in the interest of public safety, there was a decision made to shut the gas off to 1,685 customers for safety. So that's what we did. We mobilized people from Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, and many from Pennsylvania. Together, or in total, we had 126 customer service techs shutting off and restoring service. We had 15 crews. There were approximately 4 to 5 people in each crew. We had 15 crews that if we had a problem, they were available for that. Yesterday or the day before, we were able to safely, we're down to about 30 customers. And as of right now, the customers that we couldn't get a hold of or couldn't get access to, we're restoring their service as we speak. So we involved the police chief, a locksmith, and a couple of service techs. We have an FOL leader with them currently. So hopefully tonight, every one of those customers, 1,685, will have their service restored. There were 2 or 4 that wanted to make their own arrangements. So those, we're leaving that up to them. If they call in, we contacted them and they said, we'll call you when we get in time to turn our own gas on. But I think it was very successful. This community has been super supportive. The cooperation of the police chief, they let us use this facility. That's an awesome facility. It just worked out really well. I think that Sunday we had over 250 people in here working. But thank you very much. Thanks for the cooperation. And if you need anything, we're on 24-hour call. You can always call. We'd be glad to help.
Good job.
So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
So I don't know if anybody has any questions. We'd be glad to answer any questions you have at this time. If not, if you do have questions down the road, reach out to the mayor or somebody from the council. They'll get those questions to us and we'll get answers for you.
What caused it?
There was a,
So we had a contractor working on a pipeline and they detected an influx of air in the system. So when you get air into the pipe, you couldn't turn off the pilot lights. So in the interest of safety, we chose to shut down the system.
How did air get into the system?
So that's what's under investigation right now. We're a regulated utility, so the Public Utility Commission is our boss. So right now, that we're working with the Public Utility Commission to share information with them and investigate it.
I thought this was a government time and management before,
thank you. We really tried. It was a great effort by a whole team of people.
I mean, they were in this building 24 hours a day. There were teams and crews that never left this building. So just like they took everything very seriously, and they did a really great job.
And I want you to know your people were friendly because I dealt quite a lot with them from people from out of state, and they just felt like they were glad to be here and glad to help us. And it was very, very professional. People
Well, thank
that
you. We
I
have high
know-
expectations of all our employees, and they do a great job, so thank you very much.
I dealt with people from Virginia, they're great.
Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback from customers on our social media channels. A lot of people posted messages on Facebook and Twitter, just thanking the workers for their job. So, again, we just want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk with you tonight and express our thanks for your cooperation and patience as we work through this outage.
Excuse me, I'd like to make one more comment. I thought the communication was great, as long as you had social media or whatever, but I kept getting texts as well, and I really appreciated that I could sign up for that. And your website also put updates on very often, and I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah, we tried to take advantage of all the different technologies out there. We sent text messages, emails.
I'll get emails, I'll get my email address.
I think, if it's on file, the records, we would be able to send you an email.
I'll be doing 2 or 3 days.
We updated our website, we sent out press releases, and we reached out to everybody from the TV stations to help get the word out about the warming stations. We had this location as a warming station, and then we had 2 in Carroll Township, so those worked out well for us.
We understand that the problems do arise from time to time during the type of job we did. The response was unbelievable fast. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking care of our residents' fleet and coming on forced leave and working with our fire department and police department. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you. Again, any questions arise, please get a hold of us, and we'll make sure we get them answered.
Motion to approve the minutes. Motion by Mr. Parquet. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion to approve the minutes. Mr. Marquez, second by Mr. Conner.
Okay, Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent. Motion passes.
Approval of the minutes for the December 13th council meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes of the December 13th council meeting.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Parquet to approve the minutes of the December 13th. Second by Mr. Conner.
Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent, motion passes.
Next up, reports by committee, finance committee, Mr. Parquet.
Thank you, Mr. McDowell. The bill report for the month of December 2018. Administration, $150,317.01. Tax collection, $411.63. Legal services, $1,554.75. Borough building, $4,568.11. Police, $4,087.84. Fire, $4,991.51. Code enforcement, $4,740.85. Streets, $18,770.57. Parking, $172.32. Insurance and benefits, $24,465.35. Recreation, $1,138.61. Total for the month of December 2018, $215,218.55. I make a motion to accept the bill report as presented and as read.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Parquet, split time, second by Mr. Conger.
Excuse me, we can't hear back.
I have a motion by Mr. Parquet, second by Mr. Conger. To approve the Finance Committee report.
Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent, motion passes.
Okay, the treasurer's report for the month of December 2018. Balance in all checking accounts as of December 1st, 2018, $149,520.17. Total receipts, $297,143.29. Temporary investments as of December 1st, 2018, $225,308.21. Total funds available, $671,971.67. Total expenditures, $321,756.15. Temporary investments as of December 31st, 2018, $9,337.07. Balance in all checking accounts as of December 31st, 2018, $340,878.45. I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as read.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Parquet, second by Mr. Gutierrez. For the treasurer's report.
Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet? Sorry,
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent, motion passes.
For the tax collector's report for the month of December 2018, total collected and deposited $32,817.51. Commission $1,640.88. Motion that we accept the tax collector's report as read.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Parquet, take the tax collector's report as read, second by Mr. Gutierrez.
Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquet?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent, motion passes.
Okay, the payroll report for the month of December 2018, administration, $7,268.94. Borough building, $685. Police, $36,316.36. Fire, $142.62. Sanitation, $1,232. Streets, $17,457.46. Total for December 2018, $63,102.38. And that concludes my report, Mr. McDowell.
Mr. Zackel, health, sanitation, and code enforcement.
Thank you, Mr. McDowell. Sanitation report for the month of December 2018, there was $6,436.50 collected in December. There was $1,142.12 delinquent fees collected. There was $2,048.67 in fine sanitation fees collected for the month. There was 4 new customers brought into the system, 3 taken out. There was $250 in occupancy fees for the month. Registration fees, permit fees for the month was $265 for a year-to-date total of $21,690. I'd like to make a motion to approve again Fleming invoice number 65931 in the amount of $249.84 for engineering work associated with the stormwater catch basin project.
Second.
I I have a motion by Mr. Zackel to approve the invoice 65931 for stormwater catch basin project, second by Mr. Conger.
Mrs. Bright?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez? Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Marquette?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel? Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent. Motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Zackel. Recreation, Mr. Gutierrez.
I'd like to read that the park rentals for the month of December 2018, monies collected during the month of December was $200. I'd like to make a motion to approve a verbal quote of $250 from Mon Valley Sign to print and install a Mylar sign at 7th Street and McCain Avenue, which reads, "Future Home of McCain Avenue Park."
Okay, the motion was made to approve the sign, 7th Street Park. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion to approve Mylar sign by Mr. Gutierrez, second by Mr. Marquette.
Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Marquette?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel? Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent. Motion passes.
We have another motion I'd like to make, and that is to, a few months ago, we went up and took some interested parties to look at the old high school, the old DEC. And during that tour with them, we found some old pictures and some framed items that were, and this slipped through the cracks for the last couple of months. We should have made a motion on it then, but anyway, in our tour, we wanted to give those items to the Historical Society. We all talked about it and agreed on it. We just wanted to bring it to a motion to make it legitimate. And we also have one item that has one of the members of Councilman Parquette's family on it, and we were going to give that to him. So I'd like to make a motion to do that.
Can I include it?
That's the thing that you were there.
I was there when we found the item.
And actually, it was your idea to give it to the Historical Society, which was a good idea. And those are the items that are sitting up in the code office.
Okay.
And we overlooked making a ruling on that, so I'd like to do that at this time.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to give the items found in the old Donora building up there at the Historic Society by Mr. Gutierrez, second by Mr. Conger.
Okay, Mrs. Bryce?
Yes.
Mr. Conger?
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Aye.
Mr. Parquette?
Aye.
Mr. Zackel?
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent. Motion passes.
Okay, and I had a couple other things. We just got approved for an LSA grant. It was actually a second grant for the Rails to Trails study. And our last meeting, I did thank the rep and everyone else who participated in that first one. But the second one, I failed to thank the LSA board, who played a huge part in getting this done and approved us. I'd like to thank the 3 commissioners for their help, Commissioner Maggi, Commissioner Irie, and Commissioner Schober, who looked favorably upon it, which is a pretty big thing. It's going to help us to develop that McCain Avenue Park. And that's a great step, and some people may not have heard about that, but that's a great victory to get that. I'm looking forward to do something with that. And also, we just made the motion for the sign that would show people that is what's coming to that site. There's another grant that we that we got. I visited an art gallery in Pittsburgh, and they were the group that came around several months ago and looked at the area, trying to see where they could put some, install some artwork. And we did get the grant for that, and we should see that somewhere in August. And what it is, it's a mosaic, and it will be placed on the building at Palmer Park. That didn't cost us anything, and the grant went through MOA, which is Mariana Outdoors Association. And I wanted to announce that. So that's something small, but it's something. It's something that we didn't have before, and I think it would create a nice thing for people who visit Palmer Park. And
Thank you for working on that, because I know you talked to me about it, you met with people in Pittsburgh several times. That's very good that you stayed on top of it.
yes, I met with an artist, his last name is Simon, and he fits the typical image of an artist out of New York, and great guy. He's got a lot of good things. In fact, if you ever went to Liberty Avenue in Pittsburgh and you see the 3 15-foot statues of musicians, he actually made those. And the cost of those were $100,000 each. And a funny story, when you build them, you build a frame like a skeleton, and then you kind of sculpt around that, and when you're done, you take the frame out. And Joe Hardy from 84 Lumber called him and wanted that framework for an art exhibit he was doing. So it worked out that he sold them to him or gave them to him or whatever, but it's somewhere up in Nemacolin and Woodlands, I would guess. We'd like to also thank the gas company for their efforts and hard work. Everything went great, in that emergency. Also like to thank the council members and mayor for all their work and hard work and efforts that they put forth in that. And we have, and I'd like to thank council for approving the application for the LSA grant as far as applying for the application for that. So that was to help everyone work together, and it did work out quite well. We do have a gentleman in the audience who will probably get up for public comment, and his name is Mark Smith, and he is going to play a part in the music. It's not called the Music in the Park, but it's similar to what the Lions did last year. So we're going to possibly get four events through Mark, and he'll expand on that a little later when he gets up to talk. I don't know if you signed in. The rule here is to sign in before you talk, but if you didn't know that, I'm sure we can overlook that. And met him briefly today. We were discussing that stage at Palmer Park, and we come up with a nice idea that if this thing starts to grow, people like the music and they like to attend. And, I thought of a dance pad in front of that stage where people could actually dance. It might attract more people to come and attend these events. And I'd like to talk with Mr. Bedner, Mr. Mike about that from the street department, see what we could do to put some type of pad there for a dance area. I think that would make a nice improvement, something small, but it's something we didn't have before. And lastly, I would like to make a motion that we increase the pay of the street workers
Really,
to $2.
really, Dennis?
Yes.
Really, did Mr. Bender call you and tell you that that was all I was going to do there because I'm the chairman of the street department? Really?
No.
You trying to get some points or some votes?
You know what?
I had a conversation with him, so that
I
means you
didn't call
repeat
him
everything.
anything.
Oh, get the hell out of here. You call, you know what, I'm so tired of this crap here. I'm so tired of this crap. All right, I asked him today, why wasn't it on the agenda? It's not on the agenda, you can all see it's not on. The conversation I had with him today was, why didn't we do it? So now, he said, no one told him. I said, well, I'm gonna make a motion. So all you did was call, you know, that's all right.
I said-
That's okay, good, Dennis. Good, make it. You
Mrs.
think
Bryce,
that's gonna be?
when I called for an executive session to discuss that, you voted no.
I most certainly did not. I didn't go to. Look,
Can we go on and
Please.
we'll come back to this
Listen,
under new
We
business?
have a second.
Can
You can get yourself a vote with that, because they all know what you did. They all know what you did.
I don't even know.
Yeah, well, you don't know, you never do.
I can start trouble. Well, we got a second.
We had a second, let's take a vote, and I'll tell you what, from now on, do not speak over each other. Everybody take their turn.
Okay, but I'm telling you what
Okay.
happened.
Let's take the vote.
Doesn't matter, I'm still telling you.
Let's take the vote.
John, could you reread that, please?
You reread
I want to make sure what I'm
what it
voting
is.
on.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
making a motion that we increase the part-time street workers $2 an hour. We all discussed that. We all was in agreement with it.
$2 an hour.
$2 an hour for the 2 street department, part-time workers.
We all discussed it, we all agreed
Yeah,
on it.
right.
Okay, I have a first by Mr. Harris, second by Mr. Parquet.
Mrs. Bryce.
But I'm the chairman of that committee. So how did you discuss it or think about it?
Well, I'm the one that brought it up initially. You never said a word about it, and they still wouldn't be getting a raise.
You had all year when you negotiated the contract. I'm only stating the facts.
It's not a part of the
Are
contract.
we going to take the vote or not?
Let's take the vote.
State the facts.
Mrs. Bryce.
Yes.
Mr. Conger.
Aye.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Aye.
Mr. McDowell.
Aye.
Mr. Parquet.
Aye.
Mr. Zucker.
Aye.
Mrs. Ackerman is absent. 6 yeas, 1 absent, motion passes.
Is that it, Mr. Gutierrez?
That's it.
Okay, let's move on. Community Affairs Municipal Building, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. President. I don't have very much for you today, just one little item. Banquet Hall report for the month of December 2018. Monies collected, $200. That's the end of my report, Mr. President. Thank you.
Hey, Mrs. Bryce, how is the streets?
Well, since I was going to give them a raise, and I was undercut by this backstabbing council that sits up there, I would just like to make an announcement that Mrs. Ackerman is not here tonight because she had an accident, she broke her leg. So if anybody wants to call or reach out to her and wish her well, I'll just let you know. She'll be home from the hospital tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Bryce.
Thank you.
Public safety, Mr. Parquet.
Okay, police report for the month of December 2018. Complaints answered, 186. Total offenses reported, 17. Total arrests, 17. Total of all revenue received, $5,171.97. That concludes public safety.
We need to reopen that motion. The street workers, what's the effective date?
January 1.
Can't reopen the motion.
Well, I just, what's the effective date?
Pick whatever date you want.
Mr. Trapani, without an effective date, will it take effect?
Well, it can retroactive, we just like to amend the motion to the minutes, we can do that.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm glad Columbia Gas got to speak first, and Donora really shined here. The big thing is, as I said, problems arise from time to time. We had a contractor in town who really showed they care about us, and they got here fast. And I really appreciate it. As soon as we got together, I can't tell you enough about Mike Petrosky, Patsy Vince, Jim Bryce, this council. Your leadership was intact. Immediate, here. They spoke, they got along, they did what they had to do. They hit the streets. As soon as they heard there was warming centers in Carroll Township, they wouldn't stand for it. They said, we'll have it here. Mike Petrosky hooked something up here. Within minutes, he had reports of how many cots we had. if they can get a warm shower, how we get about doing it. Patsy Vince hit the street making sure that their workers would be safe, shutting down the streets, doing anything he could in his power. Jim Bryce was here vigilant constantly, telling them about the people in town, which way to go, how to get to places. It was amazing to me. What really happened this past weekend was Donora shine. I had and asked our fire chief if he had anybody that can man the phones, because 6600, the number here at the Borough Building, was the number that went out through the media. Immediately, I think it was four firefighters that were standing next to you said, I'll do it.
Yeah.
We had one go in, and I said, listen, here's a sheet of paper, these are the numbers to call, and any complaints you put on this paper, and I want them immediately while I'm here. Remember that? I came back in 10 minutes ready to start fielding the complaints of Donora. That sheet was filled with, don't forget about my neighbor. So-and-so is elderly. They should go first. I did not get one complaint from the residents of Donora. I applaud you as your mayor. I can't thank you enough for dealing with this and letting this happen the way it did. Not only that, I believe Columbia Gas, in essence, all the customers got a safety check whenever you relit. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And you did find some that had problems.
Yes, some were addressed. Some service lines we replaced. Some controls had some problems, and they were addressed case-by-case basis.
I always try to look for that silver lining. I always did. You might have saved a few of our residents' lives. I'm glad the weather was on our side. I'm glad it went the way it did. And I thank you all for your support in helping out each other during these times. Like I said, the calls I got from neighbors and relatives, and do them first, and hey, this is what we need done. It was a great time. And thank you, John, for all your hard work. And council.
You did a good job, man.
Steve? Anything for us?
No report tonight, Mr. President, thank you.
Superintendent Price?
No report.
Michael Trosky?
Nothing.
Steve Vince?
I'd just like to thank everybody that helped through this, that was here, and those that called and offered to help if we needed them.
Non-agenda items, Joe, Mr. Greco?
I thank everybody for giving a couple of members on the street department an increase, but I got a couple of questions, and I don't know whether to direct them to the Parks or to the Safety Committee. What I'm interested in is, how many employees does this raise affect?
Two.
And they're part-time, is that correct?
Part-time.
Their current salary, if I may ask?
I want to say $10 an hour.
And we're only going to give them $2 an hour?
Well,
First raise they ever got.
I'm sorry?
First raise they ever got.
And I applaud you guys for doing it, but however, if $10 an hour raised to 12, I'm sure there's not a one of you sitting up there to do the same kind of work they do for $12 an hour.
well, here's our problem.
I'm
Here's
sorry?
where our problem lies. They didn't give the street department regular workers any big raise in their pay when they did their contract.
But the street department makes a decent salary, benefits, where these part-timers don't. One of them has been here for over 20 years.
Listen, I agree with you. We talked about
And let's see if the rest of them agree, and let's try to raise it to $5 an hour.
This was a great start. We can move from there.
I know, but you know, $5 an hour, $15 an hour isn't gonna keep the wolves away from their front door either, you know? $5 an hour isn't asking too much.
See, here's what we did. Okay, we just picked that two. Some said lower, some, we had $2. I think that's a good place to start. There's nothing to say we can't give them more after we see what our finances are. I'm just not sure.
So then why not do this? Give them 2 bites of the apple, give them $2.50 this year, $2.50 next year.
And if that's
Give
possible.
them 2 bites of the apple.
If that's possible. Listen, I'm not in disagreement on any amount of money, okay?
These guys are dedicated workers.
People
They've
have
been
on
here
this
for a
council
long
for
time.
years, and they never gave them a penny. So I was happy that they were going to get 2.
And that's why I
Because
commend the
compared to
council for giving it to
75
them.
cents, which was the first offer, I thought 2 was making progress.
If
anything that you can raise it to $5 an hour, and I don't think it'll hurt your budget one bit. You know, you throw more money away than that on negotiations. I think if you just give them an extra 50 cents an hour, then give them 2 bites of that apple. Give them $2.50. Change, make an addendum to that proposal. You gotta make an addendum to where you're gonna pay them January 1 or you're gonna pay them next payday. So make the addendum and take it to $2.50. I spoke my piece. I just think that none of one of you guys or me would do that for $12 an hour, what they do. They're out there constantly.
Joe, I did that, $10 an hour.
Back in 1900 Yende. We're talking today. When the way the price of living is today,
No, you're
these
wrong.
guys are gonna make
You're
it.
wrong, you're wrong, it was 5 years ago, 4.5.
Well, then you should have been up here raising hell then. Raise it then. You wouldn't be having to squeak this motion down.
Mr. Greco?
Yes, sir.
If I may.
Yes, sir.
I'd just like to say that I think everyone on council would probably agree with you. But to get to where we are right now, I'm proud we've had the vote and they're going to get to $2. And I know you agree with that.
I agree with you 100%.
I also applaud Ms. Price for saying, let's look at the fiscal responsibility of this right now. Because a lot of times, past councils and past governments have done this. It's a step in the right direction, and they're thinking about it the right way. And I really appreciate it. And I know you do too. But after a while, they look at it, we can revisit this for,
Yeah, we can give them more if we find out we have money that we, but right now, we're starting out the year. Some says we have a surplus, some says we don't. You know very well that the contract with the police hasn't been settled yet. We haven't paid a penny on arbitration, attorney fees, and what the police are gonna get.
I believe it is settled. I just believe the negotiator hasn't gotten back to you yet.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, I am.
All right.
well, that's the matter at hand with the raise. I'm
There's
glad.
things not settled yet.
I'm sorry?
There are things not settled yet.
That's what your negotiator said.
Okay, I'm just saying, we're already $33,000 in for attorney fees for a contract
And
negotiation.
you're gonna get into more as long as
So,
she
yeah,
continues
we're
to
gonna have
stall.
more coming, I know.
Let's not get off.
I'm just telling you like it is, it's the truth.
Well, I'll say one thing.
Have a nice day. I
I'll
appreciate
add
it.
one thing. We know how much money we have. We read a report every month.
And I believe you.
Whoever wants to see it is at the end of the month, end of the year, 2000, last year, December 31st, we have $340,000 in the bank. Anybody want to see it? It's right here in the
We
paper.
don't have a vehicle
That's
for
how
the
much
street
money we
department,
had
we don't have
at the
a
end of the
police
year.
car, that we have Crown Vic,
Yes, sir.
that's $100,000. You didn't buy a vehicle, you didn't buy a truck, you had to settle with. Please?
Again, I understand what you're going through, and like I said, I commend you for giving it to them. I just think, knowing these guys the way I know, and knowing the work that they do, I just wish you could give them more.
Especially when administration got a 5% raise.
Who gave him that?
Administration got a 5%.
Who gave him that? When did we vote on that?
nothing.
Now, when did we vote on that? I wanna know.
Hold on.
I wanna know.
Hey, this isn't,
I'm done, I don't want to start another argument.
No, that we never voted on it, we never talked about it, so how did that happen?
okay, next,
There you go. Cover it up. Cover it up.
we're getting out of hand.
Well, tell the truth.
No.
I guess you don't know why I'm here. Cindy,
Yes, ma'am?
when the sewage authority gave you their new plan for the grinding pumps, did the engineer get to look at that yet?
I don't know if they passed it on to him or not. I didn't, I'm not an engineer, so really, I didn't understand a lot that was in that
I
book.
didn't either. I
Okay.
tried to look at
So
it.
I tried to look too.
But I'm asking that you pass on to your engineer, whoever for the city of Donora, that they take a look at that.
Where's it at?
It's upstairs in John Bender's office.
I haven't received anything from him yet.
I asked for it at the
She asked
meeting.
for it at the meeting.
I asked for a copy and I turned it over to Mr. Bender the next day.
I'm asking as a citizen that somebody looks at that. My biggest concern with these grinding pumps are, they told the DEP it's going into 40 houses. They told us at the meeting it was going into 120 houses. So, as a citizen, I think we need to address that. How many people's houses are they planning to put these grinding pumps in? I know the first one is free on them. They only last 5 years, and then it's on the homeowners. And it's going to increase our electric, because every time you flush that toilet, that pump kicks on.
Okay. Okay, well, like I said, I'm not an engineer, I don't understand. I've been to the sewage meeting, I've implored to them that I feel that it's their fault, that they did work that was messed up, that they didn't do the right thing, and now they're trying to throw Donora under the bus with downspouts, which we've never had a downspout
Well,
problem.
I get the downspouts, and I don't know that that'll ever be fixed,
And that's
but you
the
have
problem.
120 people who live in Donora who, because of their screw up,
Their engineering.
it would more cost down us. I can't take on anymore.
But I
Said
don't
it
know
at the
what
work
we can
session,
do
I'll
with
say
it.
it again. We
Well-
have a sewage maintenance fund that won't cost us $1 in the general fund, where we can get our engineer to go down, engineer it, and then put the blame back on them.
Well, actually,
Let's do
when
it.
your engineer is there, because they mentioned at the last sewage meeting, they wanted to run my pumps with theirs. I would like Donora's to be there because it's your fault, it's this person's fault. I'm sick of it.
Well, really, our engineer was the engineer coming on this job. We might be able to get it from, did you call him after last week's discussion?
But
We
let's
might be able to
get on,
get it
I
without
mean,
having to send it down with Jens Fleming.
okay, let's get on it because
I thought we were gonna
Wait.
have people here.
in February,
I thought we was.
it'll be a year. I've been fighting this battle. And come on, we all talk about it, nothing ever gets done. So, as the council, somebody needs to step up and say, hey, the citizens of Donora, including Ruth Coombs, want to know about these pumps. It's not fair to push it on to consumers. Probably most of them are elderly. Come on. You're supposed to represent us. Represent us.
And they wouldn't guarantee that with that, those pumps and everything, that would still solve the problem.
It's
They
not.
wouldn't guarantee it.
It's
actually-
not.
It's actually a waste of time.
And it's a waste of money.
It destroyed 1545 Gilmore's house.
And I would also like
Destroy
your
it.
engineer to come down and look at all the sewage, the 110 gallons of sewage that went through my house. My foundation is cracked, my walls are cracked,
Yeah, our house is destroyed over this, man. This
and
isn't
I'm
a
still
joke.
fighting it.
So stick up for us like Columbia Gas and let's do something with us.
Instead of saying, I'm sorry, Mrs. Coombs, I'm sick of it, sick of it. So, I don't know.
See, I don't know, can you sue an authority, Steve?
I mean, here's the problem, I mean, it seems that there's some sort of design defect. The
Right.
authority is not being transparent about what the issue is. It's their system, it's their process. I mean, the borough could use, we've discussed this in other meetings. We've talked about this.
Yeah, I know.
And this council has certainly been sympathetic. A number of members, if not every member, has attended sewage board meetings. But it's a standalone authority.
I get it to standalone authority, but I want your engineer to look at it.
Again,
Because,
even if our engineer reviews it, let's say they review it and find it deficient, we still have no ability to force the standalone
and I'm not
authority.
worried, and I'm not worried about that enforcing anything.
But then
Oh,
what
come
are you
on,
asking us to
Steve.
do other than look at it? I
Well,
mean, it's,
so here's their problem. My house is flooded, nobody gives a shit, and I get that. But you're putting on to 120 people because of their screw up in your community. You're putting the expense. The pumps last 5 years. They're putting the first one in, and like they told me in Washington DC, when that fails after 5 years, it goes on the consumer. So I know there's nothing anybody can do for me, because trust me, I've tried. But what about 120 other houses? Would you like it if it was your house?
look, everyone's sympathetic, and I think that's what's getting lost in the discussion here. But this council, all they can do is appoint members of that authority.
Yeah,
Do you see any authority members here tonight?
I get that.
So the fact that they don't even attend the council meetings, to update council and the mayor on what the issue is, it's really hard to ask them to do anything other than attend the meetings, gain information, and try to compel them to take some sort of action. But
Well, no, we just do time studies, I get that. But what do they have? Then why represent Donora when you're living, and it's not like every house is full here? You're gonna cause 120 people to say, I'm getting out of here because here you are. I have to put in a pump that's gonna fail in 5 years, which is gonna cost him $600, and every time I flush my toilet, my water bill's going up.
Their electric bill.
Electric bill. I mean, come on.
I was under the impression we were gonna have council or sewage people here.
Next work session.
It's gotta be
Oh,
a
at the
public,
work session.
it's gotta be at a public meeting.
Well, the public
I'll call
needs to know.
myself, they'll be at the next public meeting. Tomorrow I'll call Bob Dangler and see if we get the engineering report, get the job done, because Janet Fleming did it. I'll call myself and do it tomorrow.
Give,
And then I'll
it's supposed to be at the next work session. That's what we discussed.
we never invite officials to the work session. Public, if they come to the public meeting, they always have.
This affects 120 people.
No, it's not public, it's a work session. This is the public meeting where the people are. You come to the public meeting.
I mean, does it affect your house, Mr. Bennett? Would it affect yours? Do you know what plan it's affecting, whose houses are involved?
I know, but we don't have the authority to go over top of them. That's what we're
But you have the plans, Cindy. You got the plans. I'm not asking you to go over them. I'm saying get the word out. Nobody knows that.
Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to say. If our engineer says their plan was flawed, then we can make that public. But we have no legal authority to oversee them.
I'm saying inform the residents that it's going to affect their houses.
This is because
That is what
part of the issue is, and you were at the last meeting, you were at the prior meeting when I requested, I think it was in August. We requested,
Absolutely.
let me finish, we requested from the authority a breakdown of addresses, impacted consumers for those 120 houses. We have yet to receive
They
it.
didn't give them to us.
It's in the report. I have the report.
What we need from them, what we need from them,
They gave it to Cindy.
what we need from them is a list, a specific list.
Are the
They
addresses in
agree.
there?
It's house by house.
Okay, because I only looked at where the map was, and where the sewage came from, and where it went.
I didn't get it, they didn't give it to me. They don't work through committees no more. They used to.
Well, just say people are
Oh,
impacted.
shut up, Gibby.
We
I'm
went-
tired of you.
All right, we went down to the meetings.
We went to the meeting, and I asked for the plan. They gave me the book, and I turned it over to Mr. Bender, because I'm not an engineer, okay? But I requested it, so if anybody wanted to look over it and see what their plans were and see what they were doing, that book is upstairs.
So the book is up there.
Yeah.
Notify
I don't know
everybody
anything about
that's
the book.
impacted.
All right, thank you, Mrs.
Thank you,
Gomes. Mr. Sweeney? Sweeney? Sir, Mr. Sweeney? Mark Smith.
Mark?
Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Mark Smith, President of the Mon Valley Academy for the Arts. I didn't sign in because I didn't know I was speaking. Sorry for that. We're a group out of the Mon Valley here that produce cultural shows, and we've been requested to expand our programming, actually from Chess Park. We've had 2 years of successful concerts at Chess Park, and we're going to continue for the third year. We're in the planning stages now of expanding, and I talked to the mayor and a few other people about moving into Palmer Park area. We requested a couple dates. I think you have the dates, Ben?
Yes, sir.
One each, June to September, once a month. And what we do is produce concerts with different and various bands, and we have vendors that go along with us. It's very successful. We've had approximately 250 attendees at each concert in Monongahela. We were rained out a couple times, so we deal with that. But it's pretty successful. It's all funded by the EPP Foundation. So the burden of the paying of the bands, the posters, I have some posters here. Jim, can I get these? Just pass it out. I need a backward. We produce all the material that goes with it. We run the show. Basically, it's a 3-hour concert, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And
We have 19 acts we actually are picking from this year. Not all will make the roster, of course. We have big band, we have rock, country, soul, jazz. We'll pick 4 that will fit the venue. And hopefully it'll work out very good for Palmer Park also. Any other questions?
We're excited to have you take part.
Well, I'm a musician. I've played Palmer Park, and it's a great venue. Can be used a little bit more, I think. So we hope that we can help out a little bit and pick one date each month. And we have a lot of social media, newspaper ads. We've actually had some TV coverage. We expect to have 200 to 250 people at each concert, hopefully.
Could you share with everyone that little bit of a discussion we had about the dance floor and how you thought it would attract certain people?
It'll attract many people. Each time that I've worked there, you'll have a few people that will dance and jitterbug in the grass. Of course, you always have that. But at any venue, when you have a dance band, for example, we have a big band, Walla Ginger's band, I'll pull them out. They're one of our favorites. They have a certain following that will come to hear their 30s and 40s music. They're all dancers. So if they know there's not a dance floor, they won't come. If there's a dance floor, they will be there for the floor, just to be able to cut the rug, so to speak. So what they do, we've done at Chess Park, is clear the sidewalk off. And it works, but there's a few bumps. It's a little more difficult. So with that, if there was a dance floor, and that could be actually advertised as a promotional point in our ads, now see the new dance floor, that would help. That would draw some people in. And, as long as it's maintainable, it's easy. I'm not sure the cost that would, what that would be, but that would add to the venue, definitely. Because most of the bands that we get all of the bands that we get are popular bands, name bands that have a following, whether it be a country, bluegrass, alternative. There's always somebody that wants to dance. So dancing along with the band is a natural. Our business model actually goes all the way back to the years of the Twin Coaches. Our programming started with the Twin Coaches Orchestra Project, and that was all dance, food, entertainment. So we're pulling all of this into the Mon Valley, expanding to as many outdoor venues as we can. Our EQT Foundation grant, which was just approved, was increased from last year, so we have a bigger budget. Hence, we can come into other communities. But it's definitely needed in the Mon Valley. Cultural events on the weekday or weekends are void. Where are the picnics we used to go to? Where's the outdoor parties we used to all go to? So instead of having people leave the valley and go to Pittsburgh, they can stay right here in the valley. So we'd like to extend up to the Donora area because it's Washington County, of course. And hopefully we can have 4 great concerts and events. We need a dance floor.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We're good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Make a motion.
Really? Yeah, how did you pick $2 each one to give you 75 cents?